Alright,
But
so again we have Vietnam in the bottom left hand corner. He did do, I mean he didn't do anything wrong except
yeah,
just he
it's
didn't
just his
he didn't have
expansion
his,
was
yeah,
slightly slower.
I don't really know the right words to say, but
Yeah.
the top right corner we have Lelouch, which if any of you guys know is from a cartoon show.
Yes. Both pretty much doing the same builds again. Of course, one of the main differences in the last game from their builds is where the Chrono Boost was spent. Lelouch decided to Chrono Boost Warp Gate, whereas Vietnam decided to continue Chrono Boosting his probes.
Probes are
So,
good. I
yeah,
mean,
probes.
as another wise man once said, you it's not about the units, it's about the buildings, and about the buildings you need to be able to utilize all your buildings. So I mean, when he had those two robotics facility but no, only one base, that he just that robotics facility could be used for, like two stalkers, other units that could be utilized on the
Yeah, sure thing.
first, or even immortal or an immortal.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because I
which
mean,
could
you don't
help
want to
them
like
turn the battle.
rush for the building if you can, because units are what you want, because that's what's going to kill your opponent. Unless, well, cannons can kill your opponent, but
You need units, but it's all about it's in order to get good micro and to kill your opponent, you need good macro. Because
yes.
let's say they have a really good a fight, but one person has better macro.
Oh, looks like they're Lelouch is asking for a pause. So here we are just sort of pausing. Again, mirror builds at the moment. Looks like Lelouch is spending more chrono boosts on probes than he was last game.
But I mean, it's all about you utilizing all your buildings. If you're not
Yeah,
utilizing all your buildings, you shouldn't be spending more
yeah.
buildings than you need
Because
to.
I mean, if you have a building that's not like producing, then it's just sort of extra building. Like you just spent that money on something that can't do anything. So you want to always just sort of be building units out of what you can get.
Can they see what we write as observers,
Um,
or is it only spectators?
I
I think
don't
we should be
think
as
so.
spectators.
I'm not sure if they can see
Can
us.
you see this?
I can see it. Do refs unpause? Oh, I forgot to make myself a referee.
Okay.
Referees are the ones that are allowed to talk to both.
Is it ready?
Well, it would appear that they're ready. So, do you have an F-15 key? Oh,
Nope,
no, okay, they're unpausing.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Nah.
Yeah.
Well, Vietnam just realized that he can unpause, so here we're going back into
Yeah.
the game.
Alright,
Slow
And
transition back
game
into
is
the game.
resuming.
But yes, next time we'll do the referee.
Yes.
Common mistake.
And it does appear that Lelouch is once again sort of floating a little bit of energy on his Nexus for that Chrono Boost, probably for the Warp Gate once again. Looks pretty much exactly the same as last game, actually.
I mean, it's whatever you treasure more probes or faster units, but
Yeah.
I think if Lelouch gets his early expansion with the stalker,
With the
stalker
three
push,
stalker push again, then that would probably make this game go almost exactly the same. But yeah, so far we still see these zealots from Vietnam probably trying to conserve gas, maybe for sentries, maybe for teching.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Vietnam realizes his what happened about his expansion going down, which led him into ultimate destruction.
Yeah,
But if he was
and
able to hold that a little bit better, I'm sure he
yeah.
could totally do it.
Well, the main thing that's going on at this point is since Lelouch is making stalkers, and then Vietnam's making the decision to make zealots. The decision to make zealots puts him on the defensive. Because if he were to make a stalker, then they would both sort of be battling in the middle of the map.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Lagged out a little bit
And
there.
then they would both be battling in the middle of the map, and then they could both just sort of do kind of what they want at their home base until one of them
Well-
loses the stalker.
Well, Vietnam
But,
got his second gas early, so he would have.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little bit heavy on gas. I mean, you look at his mineral line. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
his gas. I mean, he's using it, but
Yep. And here comes that three stalker push again. spotting the probe at the tower. So Vietnam does know that it's coming.
Well, he's chrono boosting his probes and not the warp gate, so I'm not sure if he. And there's
He's also not
proxy
chrono boosting the
pylon.
immortal.
You better
I
scout
feel
out
like
that proxy pylon.
yeah, the proxy pylon is going to be very good for Lelouch because if this 3-stalker push works in a similar fashion as the way it did last time, he could probably even like kill a sentry or a zealot or even both and just keep on going for it.
Got the first
he trapped 2 of the stalkers.
Get that
Looks like he's going to lose to stalkers. Ooh.
Back up. Oh, the stalker
that zealot.
The zealot
that
survives
zealot has
with
1
1
HP.
health. Talk about shame.
Yeah. So Lelouch is retreating. Vietnam's got his immortal
2
out.
stalkers for nothing, man. That's
yeah.
I don't know math, but I know that wasn't a very good trade.
Yeah, I feel like math-wise, I mean he's expanding now, but if Vietnam were to just push out right now, he might actually just be able to deny this expansion outright.
Dude, I mean, he doesn't know, but after that push, he doesn't really have anything.
Yeah, he's got 2 stalkers chilling, and then
and he's got an immortal, 3 zealots, and 2 sentries.
Yeah, so like
One
this
mortal
army
alone can kill those 2 sentries, or 2 stalkers. So, oh my god, I think I just quickly lagged out there again. My bad.
Although this time, I think Vietnam like learned from last time, and he's taking his expansion a lot earlier after realizing that the 3-stalker push failed, and so he got 2 stalkers for pretty much for free. So he's feeling good. He's gonna go ahead and expand, which is a great.
If I were him, I mean I don't know much about pro jump. If I were him, I would move out to at least the Zone Alga tower right outside his base, because I mean. You see that he pushed with the 4 stalkers, and most likely he's going to be pushing with everything he's got.
And since he lost
killed 2 stalkers, he probably doesn't really have much of anything. So you can pretty much camp out right in front of his base, maybe get an observer or 2.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you could totally push. I mean, if you look at the units tab, he's way ahead in army supply. If I don't know where there we go. No, that's not. I don't even know where the army is.
Vietnam's observer is now moving out. Lelouch's observer was earlier. I've appeared to have lost it.
Can we do that? Oh, there's the observer.
There it is. It's scattered out the robotics bay and seeing that it's working. So he knows that Colossus with Thermal Lance are going to be on the way soon. Their expansions really aren't really that much different, so this is much more even. But I feel like Lelouch maybe is somewhat behind.
He has 8 probes. They're about the same. I mean, they're about the same amount of probes. 11 workers to 8 workers. They're a little bit about the same.
Yeah. Although I feel like the best move for Vietnam would be to try and include charge into this build, because he uses a lot. And then in a PvP,
he does have. He does have 8 zealots, so that wouldn't. I mean, it'd be good against the stalkers, but Immortals burn through any gateway unit. So, I mean, if they're going mass Immortal,
they burn through zealots slower. But,
they're a lot more tankier. But he has like 3 Immortals, so I'm not sure the exact count. But 3.
Unfortunately, I feel like the longer Vietnam waits to push out, the easier it's going to be for Lelouch to hold it when it happens.
Yeah, he should have.
Sort of
it would have been
waiting.
good to, because I mean, Lelouch has his 2 stalkers here for the watchtower, so he knows he's not pushing out.
Yeah.
He's just turtling, and I mean, he has his observer right here that he sees that the army is right out in front, but he doesn't know about the proxy pylon. So if he does go for an attack, he can just go for
Lelouch could always just counterattack that.
Yeah, with some zealots.
Yeah.
So I hope he gets that thing scouted.
Yeah. I also feel like Vietnam should be putting his own proxy pylons in areas on Lelouch's side of the map.
Yeah, it's all about the proxy pylons. It's all about the proxy pylons, especially for PvP.
Oh.
Maybe one right there.
Lelouch appears to be taking out
expanding.
those rocks. I feel like Vietnam is being much more passive than he probably
I don't
should
like
be.
this just blind expansion. I mean, he sees the units right there, but I mean, he can just move out, and if he moves out, he's
Yeah.
forced to cancel it.
Yes. Although I think that he's banking on the fact that Vietnam is a passive player and he won't move out. Because
I mean,
as of this point, he just hasn't, even though he's got this really big army.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the actual units in general. I'm not that skilled, but I think I think they lose to his other army with a good decent amount of force fields. Okay, he's going. Oh no, he's not moving up. I thought he was moving up to find out that. Oh, he sees the pylon.
Yep, he does see the pylon now. Oh, Lelouch is warping in 3 zealots to try and take out this expansion, but I don't think that's really going to fly with this just army sitting down here. Yeah, Vietnam's just warping in his own round. But they're just sort of both kind of blindly expanding. I mean, it could pay off since neither of them really, like, scouted or move out at the moment.
Well, but I mean, he's a lot ahead of the expansion by a good 60 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, his is already finished, and Vietnam's is already halfway done. Like, and looks like Lelouch is wanting some gas. I wonder why. I mean, it's not like gas is important in this game.
Of the army tabs, he has a good decent amount of meat shield, and then the immortals and colossus basically do all the damage. And for Lelouch, he has no meat shield besides the immortals and stalkers.
Yeah.
Which the immortals do a decent amount of the damage.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, if your mortals just don't take any damage, and they just deal out damage...
I mean, it's all about...
Like, that's just extra bonus.
Something taking all the damage, while everything does all the damage. So, and
although,
Lelouch doesn't really have that. He's going for straight raw damage right now.
I feel like Vietnam is getting ready to push out, because his army is quite sizable. He's got, what is that, 7 Colossus? He's got 7 Colossus, like... 16 zealots, and just a bunch of everything. If he were to move out right now, I feel like he would just crush Lelouch. Just and it looks like he is moving out.
If he had charge, that would have been so much better.
If he has charge, like if he just had charge at this moment, Lelouch would just not stand a chance.
I think. I mean, they have a decent amount of money in the bank.
Yeah.
So popping up that army right back. Oh well, he got 6 zealots.
Yeah.
I think he sees the army.
Yep. Yeah, because he saw it move out because he has an observer there, so he knows that it's moving around.
Zealots.
There's the proxy pylon by Vietnam. I think this is a little bit too risky for Lelouch to take this 4th base here. I mean, he sees that the push is coming, and dumping the money on the expansion probably just wouldn't be a good idea. Because that also means that there's another thing he has to defend.
In the positions that he's in, he can guard it. Because his other expansion's right there, so I mean it's fine. Oh,
here's the engagement.
Oh, those
the Colossus stuck on the cliff. Oh no,
that's just
miss micro. That might have just cost Vietnam the game, or maybe I don't know.
No, these got the most.
Yeah, this is that was hurtful to watch. Ow.
I feel bad for Vietnam there. That stuck on the ramp.
Yep. And there's the GG. Lelouch wins the game 2. Leaving the score, Lelouch 2. So he wins the match.
Well, I feel bad for Vietnam right there.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate.
I mean, you never know what happened. I mean, he had like 6 of his Colossus just standing there for like a good 20 seconds.
Like almost the entire engagement, 6 Colossus just were not even factored in.
Yeah, that sucked. I would be I'd be pretty upset with myself if that happened to me.
Yeah.